Hey y'all, it is a mobile home week day 1. Welcome, welcome. As you come in, invite your homegirls, invite your homeboys, because today we are talking about the essentials. So what it takes to successfully wholesale mobile homes. So go ahead and invite your people. Welcome to Mobile Home Week. It is day 1. I will be going live every single day. So on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week at 12 o'clock p.m. So we can get excited. We can get ramped up for Saturday school. If you're new to my community, I am Kiani, the responsible homegirl, and Saturday school is something that I host where I teach different people how to wholesale mobile homes. So if you are ready to really start your mobile home investing journey, if you always wanted to get invested in real estate, I believe that wholesaling is the best place to start because like I shared with y'all the other day, you don't have to have a whole lot of capital to get started. It really just takes time, energy, effort, and you're going to make coins doing so. So come on in. Hey, Shawana. Hey, Ty. Invite your homegirls, invite your homeboys, but we're about to get started because I don't want this live to be very long. We're going to get straight to it. So day 1, like I told y'all, we are talking about the essentials. So what it takes to successfully wholesale. So I'm going to be sharing 5 different things. So if you have a pen, a pad, it is very important that you write these things down because it's going to, help you with your journey. So number 1, the first thing. Shawana said, let me get my Facebook people on here. Hold on. Okay. So while Shawana getting her people, I'll wait and tell y'all a little bit about how I even started with wholesaling mobile homes. So a while ago, it was probably 2021, maybe 2020, but I used to listen to a whole lot of podcasts on my personal finance journey. And I want to say it was either Earn Your Leisure podcast or probably Millionaire Mindset. It was one of their podcasts I was listening to, and they had a guest, which were the mobile home elite investors. So I love them so much, and they are literally killing the mobile home game. So fast forward, maybe about a year later, I invested in their course. Their course was $250. Y'all, it is not that price today. And it shouldn't be, right? The price is always going up. As you get results, the price go up. I think now their course is probably $1,100 or $1,200. But your girl bought it for $250. So when I bought that course, I took my time, dig deep into it, learned a whole lot. But it took me 4 whole months to get started. Talk about procrastination. Who else on this live right now be procrastinating and playing with your potential? Because I was definitely that girl. So anywho, it took me 4 months to get started. So coming into 2021, I'm like, okay, you know what? I done had this course. I'm just sitting on this information. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually start this, wholesaling journey. I'm going to start. I'm done playing. I'm done wasting my time. I'm definitely not going to waste this $250. So the time is now to get going, right? So I started off with ordering my bandit signs, and bandit signs are just like those signs that you see on the side of the street that say we buy mobile homes or whatever. So I invested, I think they were probably $250, or maybe they were probably a little bit more than that, but I invested that. And then I chose the Saturday, me, my mama, and my sisters, all of us was cooped up in my little Honda, and we rode around King Street putting out my bandit signs, period. We were putting out my bandit signs. The next day, y'all, my line was off the hook. So I'm like, oh, shoot, these bandit signs work. So here I am. I'm super excited. I'm like, okay, I'm about to close my first deal, blah, blah, blah. Things are going good. I'm getting people calling me. I'm building my buyers list, building my inventory up, all of this good stuff. But y'all, please tell me why it took me 6 months to close my very first deal. 6 months to close my very first deal. So now this segues into our topic for today, which is the essentials, what it takes to successfully wholesale mobile homes. Because on my journey, y'all, I made so many mistakes. Even though I invested in a course, and I talked about this last week, just because you invest in a course, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have your own set of mistakes, your own set of trials. Basically, when you invest in something, you are just paying for somebody else's mistakes. You're paying for their insight. You're paying for their experience and their expertise. So The Mobile Home Elite Investors, they had a very great course. Like, that's where I built my foundation. But when I actually got in the field and started doing the work for myself, oh, I absolutely made mistakes, had to learn stuff the hard way. And like I said, it took me 6 months to close my very first deal. But we're going to get into that as well later on. So, number one, if you're taking notes, the first thing that you need to successfully wholesale mobile homes is to adopt a winning mindset. Period. Adopt a winning mindset. You have to come into this knowing that it's a process. Yes, somebody may, close a deal in 2 weeks. But like I said, I just closed a deal in 6 months. It took me 6 months to close my first deal. So it's a process. And it's not easy. It's easy to do, but it's not an easy thing. See? Can y'all still hear me? It paused on my end because it said I had poor connection. Pump some hearts if you can hear. I don't want to be talking and y'all not hear me. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So, back to what I'm saying. Okay, you have to go in this with the mindset that, yes, this is going to be work. Yes, I'm going to have to learn a lot. I will make mistakes, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to do all of these things because I know on the other side of my obstacles, on the other side of my challenges, I will win. Y'all, wholesaling, you get paid thousands. And I mean, there are some people who are okay with taking $500 deals or making $200 or making $100 off a deal. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what I tell my students, you are making a minimum of 4 figures on your first deal. You are making a minimum of 4 figures on all of your deals. Because in my class, I teach how to analyze a deal. Just because somebody has a mobile home to sell, that doesn't make it a good mobile home to sell. That doesn't mean it's worth your time. That doesn't mean it's worth your energy, your effort, because everything that we do, we are showing up in excellence. You have to know when you start your wholesaling journey that you are adding so much value to people's lives. You are not just getting in this for money because, y'all, the work that it takes, honey, the work that it takes. I always say, like, wholesaling, you don't own the product, but you get paid thousands off of a product that you don't own. But best believe you are going to work for it. But it is so rewarding because at the end of it, not only do you get paid, but you have helped somebody. You have helped somebody get rid of their mobile home and you have helped somebody gain a mobile home. And if y'all just kind of think about the climate that we're in right now with housing, it is very, very, very expensive. And mobile homes is a way to provide affordable housing. If you are going to buy your first, family home, single family home property, I would say you need to get prepared to spend at least $150,000 plus. Mobile homes, we're playing in a whole different market. And yes, there are some mobile homes that are pretty expensive. But at Saturday School, we talk about pricing. We talk about things that you actually need to be looking for, things that you shouldn't really be worrying about. So that's the first thing, mindset. The second thing, you have to know how to deal with people and build relationships. So in this mobile home game, y'all gonna deal with all sorts of people. People that be lying, people that really don't know what's going on, people that kind of want to use you and don't see your value and what you bring to the equation. But as a professional and as you are treating this as a business or as a side hustle, it doesn't matter. You need to know how to interact with people, deal with people, be transparent and honest. You don't need to go into this thinking like, oh, I'm about to finesse somebody. Like, yeah, I'm the middleman, but they not going to know when I'm getting paid, blah, blah, blah. And yes, people, they don't have to know what you're getting paid, but you always want to operate from a place of integrity and honesty. Because like I said, going back to the first point, you are adding so much value to people. With wholesaling mobile homes, you are acting as the middleman. You are acting as a marketer. You are connecting sellers and buyers. So someone is hitting you up saying, hey, I want to sell my mobile home. It's in this condition. It's this year. This is what I would like to sell it for, blah, blah, blah. So that's the person on the seller side. Then there's you. It is your job to market this home well. It is your job to find out all of the needed information so you can communicate all of that to a potential buyer. So potential buyers, they're really particular about what it is that they want, what they're looking for, and what they're going to be investing their money into. So with that said, as the person in the middle, you have to know how to deal with people. You have to know how to ask the right questions. You have to have a process so you can set yourself up to win. In the beginning, I'm going to just be real with y'all. I had a process, but I really didn't have one that worked. Like I said, I invested in the course with the mobile home elite investors. But when you actually get into the field and you start, working with different people, you're like, dang, why didn't I ask them this? Why didn't I ask them that? And I'm not saying that the mobile home elite investors didn't know it, but it probably just wasn't something that they had to deal with. So on your journey, you're going to come across different things that maybe I didn't even have to deal with. And then you might bring it to my attention. I'm like, okay, let me do some research on that. Let me do some research on this. So a perfect example of this, when I first got started with my wholesaling journey, a woman called me. She wanted to sell her mobile home. It was this double wide, blah, blah, blah. And on the outside, the mobile home looked like fantastic. And in the mobile home industry, double wides are like the chosen ones. Everybody wants a double wide mobile home, but they're so hard to come by. So when she called me about the double wide, I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, like I literally just hit the jackpot until I got there. So got there, looked at the outside. I'm like, okay, the structure looks nice. We got something that we can work with. But I went in the inside, y'all, when I tell you it was hotmess.com. It was hotmess.com. But that wasn't even the bad part, because what you will find is on your journey, people are looking for things that they can fix up. If you could cut them a deal, take a couple of $1,000s off, they don't mind doing the work, finding a handyman, somebody to actually fix up the mobile home. The issue came in when later on down the line, I did not find out probably until like maybe a couple of weeks later, not even couple. Yeah, it was probably a couple, like maybe 2 weeks later, that my girl did not have a title for this mobile home. So here I am. I done got her to sign a contract. I done got photos of this mobile home. I'm marketing this mobile home. I'm hitting up my buyers list, telling people this, telling people that. And y'all, she don't have a title. And not only does she not have a title, but the mobile home was given to her, and the person that gave her the title had passed away. So now we're bringing in another layer of this. So in order to get a title, because the man had died, we had to go to probate court. We had to kind of like see who he passed it along to, if it was heirs, just all of this different stuff that you have to deal with when people die. And guess what? The family was not willing to do that. They were not willing to do it. So she is begging me. She is like, Kiani, like, I have to do something. Like, I need this mobile home off of my land. Like, you don't even have to give me nothing for it. I just want it off of my land. So here I am trying to put on my little superhero cape and see what I can do, knowing that there is really nothing I can do because this man is dead. This man is dead. And he didn't properly transfer things over. And the family wasn't willing. They didn't want to have anything to do with it. Can I blame them? But it would have been nice if they would have helped us out. So I'm just doing all of this stuff, contacting the DMV, sending letters to, it's in Blythewood, so Columbia, sending letters to Columbia saying like what we're trying to do and why we need a duplicate title and why we don't have the current title and how to show proof of ownership. Y'all, I'm doing all of this stuff and ended up nowhere. So of course I was frustrated, but 2 months went past, 3 months went past, and I'm like, you know what, Kiani, like there is nothing that you can do. Could I have gotten mad? Absolutely. But what did I learn from that situation? That when you are taking on new clients, when somebody is calling you to inquire about a mobile home that they need to sell, one of the main questions that you need to ask is, do you have the title for this mobile home? Why do you need that? The title shows ownership. And at Saturday School on June 4th, I am going to be giving y'all an outline of questions that you need to ask, a process. So when people call your phone, you're not just being so hungry and excited to go after what it is that they're calling you about. Because like I said earlier, just because a mobile home is for sale, that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to take your time and invest in it. Okay? So there's that. So now that leads into our next point, which is to successfully wholesale mobile homes, you need sellers and you need buyers. So Kiani, how do you get sellers and buyers? By building a sellers and a buyers list. One of my favorite things to say at Saturday school is, as long as you have inventory, you will make money, period. It's no different than a regular business. As long as you have something to sell, you will make money. But on the other side of that, you need people to sell the items to. So you build up your inventory. One way, like I told y'all earlier in my process, was my bandit signs. So I ordered my bandit signs, and then me and my family, we picked out a day to go out around my hometown, which is King Street, South Carolina, and put out the bandit signs in strategic areas where people could see them and give me a call. So at Saturday School, I'm going to be giving you different examples of how to build your sellers list, how to get inventory creatively, not just one way, not just on social media. Honestly, wholesaling mobile homes is not a social media type deal. That's why you don't really see me talking about wholesaling and doing all of this stuff to promote a lot on social media. Because if you want to wholesale mobile homes, you need to be out in the field. Like I said last night on my post that I shared, this is what outside looks like this summer. If you want to wholesale, if you want to be outside, actually get some coin. Actually help somebody while you're outside. Yes, I'm coming for all of my homegirls and my homeboys on this live right now. It's nothing wrong with being outside. But can we be outside and be productive? So like I said, at Saturday School on June 4th, I'll be talking about different ways to strategically build your sellers list and build your buyers list, because as long as you have inventory, you will always make money. So my next point, number 4, let me do a quick recap. So today we are talking about the essentials, what it takes to successfully wholesale mobile homes. Number 1 was your mindset. We talked about the process, why it's important to go into this knowing that it's a process and knowing that on the other side of your obstacles, it's a great reward. Number 2, you must know how to deal with people and build relationships. You're going to be dealing with all sorts of people, all sorts of different personalities. But to be successful, you have to know how to effectively manage those relationships and build good relationships. Number 3, you need sellers and buyers. As long as you have inventory, you will make money. You are the middleman. So it is your job to market and promote these mobile homes and connect the sellers with the buyers. Now, number 4, negotiation skills. This one is so key. You need negotiation skills. So earlier, remember I told y'all, it's some people in the wholesaling game, they'll be okay with making $500 off a deal, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, because honestly, it's not your mobile home. It's not your house at all. So just imagine making $500 off of something that you didn't even have to invest money in. That's a really good investment to me. But would you rather make $3,000 off of a wholesale deal or $500? Let's just be real. Would you rather make $3,000 off of a wholesale deal or $500? Would you rather make $5,000 off of a wholesale deal or $500? So when we talk about making money and making sure that this is worth your time because you are actually adding value to these people's lives, you need to know how to negotiate. So everybody in this in this mobile home industry, they already know they are looking for something. Potential buyers, they are looking for something. And guess what? You have exactly what they are looking for. You have exactly what they are looking for. So when it comes to negotiation, you must know how to properly price your mobile homes. You need to know how to do your research around your market to figure out, okay, if this mobile home is a 1987, should I be marketing this for $12,000 or should I be marketing this for $20,000? You need to know how to test the market, because something that may sell for, let's just say $12,000 in King Street, South Carolina, it may sell for $19,000 in Greenville, South Carolina. So knowing how to do your market research, knowing how to compare prices, and then on the back end of that, when you start building these relationships with these potential buyers and actually negotiating, then that is going to help set you up so that you can increase your margin. Because your margin, I always tell my students, make sure your seller gets what they want. Y'all gonna negotiate that on a whole separate conversation. They may come to you with, a piece of trash trailer and think that they're going to get $20,000. No, that's why it's your job to know your market. And you could tell them why it's not smart that y'all market and promote this for $20,000. So that's a separate conversation. But after you and your seller has agreed on this price, Now it's your job to go do some more research and figure out, okay, what do I need to promote this mobile home for so that I can still leave room for negotiation, because no buyer is not going to just, take what it is that you offer them. They are always trying to get a cheaper price, which is okay. So that's why you have to have it properly structured. So you have to have negotiation skills. Shawana said, I'll take the 3,000, please. Exactly, sis. Give me that 3,000. We not going for the 500. Not when we can get 3,000. So you need your negotiation skills. And last but not least, number 5 is patience. Patience, patience, patience. I'm going to say that one more time. Number 5 is patience. And this is honestly probably the most important one. Not only because of the process and how everybody's process looks different, but y'all, you need patience to deal with these people. Just imagine making a listing on the Facebook Marketplace and you have 200 people in your inbox saying, hi, is this still available? Hi, I'm so interested. Hi, I would like to make you an offer. Hi, hi, hi. Just imagine having 500 of those messages. Y'all, in the beginning of my journey, I used to get so frustrated to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm not even dealing with this. I'm not responding to these people because it's too much. It's too much. So you have to have patience. But let me tell you, when I was saying, oh, this is too much, and I'm complaining about all these people, would you not want people to be in your inbox inquiring about something that you have for sale? So I had to take off I don't even know what to call it, like just being ungrateful in that moment that people were even interested in what I had. And I'm like, girl, if you don't reach back out to these people and close this deal, because although you're going to get a lot of people who are not serious, in order to get to that one serious buyer, you have to funnel through the crowd. So you got to have patience to deal with the people. Now, number 2, you got to have patience to deal with your process. Like I told y'all earlier, it took me 6 months to close a deal. 6 months to close my very first deal. Now, throughout those 6 months, I had different people calling me, hitting me up. I went to look at a whole lot of mobile home properties, actually marketing and promote those mobile homes. But guess what? They fell through. They did not go through. So that's another part of the process. All of your deals will not close. Will you waste some time? I was about to say absolutely, but then I just got convicted because no, you're not wasting time. You're learning lessons, because there is something that I learned from every single lesson, every single mobile home deal that did not go through. So throughout your process, you kind of got to have, it kind of goes back to mindset. You got to have that mindset and that mental strength to say, okay, this didn't work out, but this is what I learned. This didn't close, but this is what I learned. So the next thing, it took me 6 months to close my first deal, right? But when the time came to actually close the deal, y'all, that deal closed in 1 week. 1 week. So I had to go through some stuff. But all you need is one deal. One deal to close. And when I closed that one deal, it was taken off ever since. And then when you close that first deal, you get this extra confidence. You get like this, like, oh, okay, I can do this for real. I know what I'm doing. I don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about anything, but like maybe some things that I was worrying about, I don't really have to worry about them no more because I know what I'm doing is important. So that's my whole thing. You got to have patience with your process and know that everything that you're going through is for a purpose. So it took me 6 months to close my first deal. However, when I hosted my very first Saturday school on March 19th, I'll never forget. Less than 2 weeks later, one of my students closed her first deal. Less than 2 weeks. So I'm like, oh my gosh. It took me 6 months to do a thing, but it took her less than 2 weeks to do a thing. Talk about results. Talk about everybody's process is different. And I'm not saying that to, highlight her or boast her up. Like, yes, I'm super proud of her and I was so happy. But at the end of the day, I share that to say everybody's process is different. Just because it took me 6 months, it took me longer to close my first deal, that doesn't take away from my process. That doesn't mean I didn't know what I was doing. No, that just means that I had to go through some extra stuff. I had to go through some things before I could get to my closed deal. Okay? So you have to have patience with your process. So learn to trust it. Learn to trust it. Wholesaling mobile homes is not no get rich quick scheme. It's not that. And I will never sit here and lie to you like it is. It is amazing money. It is a great way to supplement your income. It is a good side hustle to have. So like some of y'all, every 2 weeks, you making $2,000. Every month, you may be bringing home $4,000 or $5,000. Just imagine bringing that home off of one deal. Who couldn't use an extra $4,000 a month? And I'm not saying that you're going to close a deal every single month, but let's just speak that over our lives, that we are going to close a deal every single month. Who couldn't use an extra $3,000? Who couldn't use an extra $4,000? And don't get real bad and you closing multiple deals in a month. Come on. So I need all of us to just think about what it is that we really, really want. What it is that we want. Because mobile homes and wholesaling mobile homes, it is a great thing to do, but it's not for everybody. But if you know that you're interested in investing in real estate, you're interested in investing in the mobile home market because, for one, it's not that much competition. And it's a great, great, great way to get started without having a whole lot of money. Then I definitely need to see you at Saturday School on June 4th. Okay? So I am perfect on timing because it's 12:27. I did not want this to be a whole hour long. But I'm going to leave 5 minutes for Q&A. So does anybody have any questions about the 5 things that I talked about, the essentials that you need to successfully wholesale mobile homes? If you have any questions, drop them in the comments and I will definitely answer them. Shout out to 2 of my students who are actually on right now, Nika and Shawana. Hey, y'all. So does anybody have any questions? I'm going to do a quick recap while y'all think of questions or drop stuff in the comments. So day 1, we talked about the essentials. What it takes to successfully wholesale mobile homes, okay? Number 1, mindset. You must know that it is a process, but go into it with a winning mindset because on the other side of all of your obstacles, all of your challenges is a great reward. The money, and you get to help people. Number 2, you must know how to deal with people and build relationships. Number 3, you need sellers and you need buyers. As long as you have inventory, you will make money, period. Number 4, negotiation skills. Do not be so thirsty to close a deal. If you learn how to negotiate, you will increase your margins. Number 5, patience. Patience to deal with people and patience with your process. So those are the essentials, the 5 things that you need to successfully wholesale mobile homes. Shawana said, hey, don't think about it. Just take the course. And matter of fact, I'm going to do something special for y'all since y'all my day 1 people. I am going live every single day this week except for Friday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 12 p.m. And I'm going to be talking about different topics pertaining to wholesale. So today, wholesaling mobile homes. So today we just talked about, the essentials, what it takes to successfully do it, right? So on Tuesday, I have a different topic. On Wednesday and Thursday, I have a different topic. So if you register for Saturday School today, I'm going to drop a discount code. Matter of fact, 2 promo codes for you. And you will get $20 off. And this is only for y'all because y'all joined today. Join today. So you can use promo code Tata or Shawana. So screenshot that, write it down if you are taking notes. Matter of fact, let me type this over. No, let me just pin it. And this is for $20 off the course. This is only for today if you register today. So use promo code TATA, so TATA, or you can use promo code Shawana, SHAWANA, for $20 off. So go register today for Saturday School. Okay? So before we end the live, does anybody have any questions about Saturday school, what to expect on June 4th? Any questions about wholesaling mobile homes, mobile home investing? Feel free to ask me any questions before I end the live. Thank y'all so much for joining. He said, is location or mobility of property more important? That's a good question. I would say location is more important than the mobility of the property, because honestly, a mobile home is mobile. Like, it can get moved anywhere. As long as you have movers that are willing to come and move it, well, of course they're going to be willing to move because they're going to get paid. So location is of utmost importance. And even if you don't live in a rural area, or if you don't live someplace where mobile homes are very prominent, guess what? You can travel. So if you can travel 30 minutes to a country town or an hour away from you, will it be worth it? Absolutely. So I would say choose a day, one day a week, go out, put out your bandit signs, ride around to different mobile home properties. Just get yourself familiar with the area. So location is very, very, very important. It's more important than mobility. Use either Shawana. I'm telling y'all, it's worth it. Thank you, Shawana. Arian both said thank you. You're welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. I'll be back tomorrow at 12. Make sure you bring your homegirls, your homeboys, and y'all come, get a piece of this wholesaling pie. Get a piece of this wholesaling pie, because there is so much out here for all of us. If I ask you right now, can you name me a realtor? I'm pretty sure many people, y'all don't know just one real estate agent. Y'all know plenty of real estate agents. Y'all probably know 5 real estate agents. But if I ask you right now, can you name me a mobile home investor? Besides me, who could you name? Besides me, who could you name? So what does that tell you? It is not a whole lot of competition. And then when it comes to black and brown people, y'all, we need to get invested. I know we kind of like glorify and glamorize investing in real estate and getting your single family property or your duplex, your multifamily properties. All of that stuff is amazing. But guess what? When you are investing in mobile homes, a lot of people sleep on them because of the bad connotations or the trailer trash and all this stuff. But y'all, it's so much money. It's so much money. And the margins are huge. This was super helpful. I'm going to look into enrollment. Absolutely. Facts. I got next. You sure do. You up next. So just a reminder, Saturday school is June 4th at 12 p.m. It is a virtual workshop. And not only do you get me for Saturday, but you get access to me to help you close your very first deal. So some of my students are actually on the live right now, and they know they can call me, they can text me, anything, because I did not have that hand holding in the beginning of my process. Like I told y'all at the start of this live, it took me 4 months to even get started. Please tell me why I was procrastinating. But just imagine if I had somebody to push me and say, Kiani, what are you waiting on? So I'm that person that is going to push you and ask you, what are you waiting on? So in addition to Saturday school, you get access to me to help you close your very first deal. And you get access to our mobile home community, which is Homegirls Who Wholesale. I love y'all. So you get access to that community for free for 3 months. After 3 months, you can still stay in the community, but it will cost you. It'll probably only be like $12 a month. But other than that, y'all, you are literally getting set up to success. There's no way that you can fail. No absolute way that can fail. So I just told my husband this is how we should approach getting our next property. Absolutely. Really should. And the thing that I love about wholesaling is it allows you to kind of put your foot in the water to test the market to see if you even actually like it or not, because it does not take a whole lot of money for you to get started. Sometimes people put thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars into a new venture just to get started and find out that they don't like it. And when you don't like doing something, it makes it harder for you to show up. And if you do show up, are you showing up in excellence? Okay? So wholesaling is a great way for you to kind of see if you even like it, see if you want to put more of your time, more of your energy into it, and, just take off on your real estate investing journey. So thank y'all so much for rocking with me. If you joined the live late, it is okay. I will upload the replay to the Responsible Homegirl podcast so you can listen to it. You can watch it on YouTube. And if any questions come up, feel free to DM me if you have questions about Saturday school that you didn't really kind of think about today, but they came up later. DM me as well, and we can get right to it. So I'll see y'all tomorrow at 12 p.m. We'll be talking about a new topic pertaining to wholesaling mobile homes, so I can get y'all ramped up and excited for Saturday school. Last but not least, if you register for Saturday school today, you can use promo code TATA, which is TATA, or you can use the promo code Shawana, SHAWANA, for $20 off. So go do that right now. No, thank you, Queen. I'm most definitely going to your page now. Thank you so much. So thank y'all for rocking with me. See y'all soon and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.